Hello my fellow YouTubers. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do something that will provide you with success for the rest of your life. This window to success is applying to transfer from a community college to a university. Transferring to a university allows you to seek a higher education and receive a degree. In this day and age, any upper-level position job requires a bachelor's degree. The first step to gaining a degree is applying to a college. In this video, I am going to provide you with a step-by-step tutorial on how to apply to a California State University. In this video, I will be using an app that will allow me to show my viewers step by step as I fill out the application while simultaneously talking to you guys about filling out the application. But before we get started, let me cue you guys in with some important information. The app I am using is called QuickTime and is available in the App Store. This app allows me to fill out the application that you guys see on the screen while I do a voiceover. The CSU application I'm filling out corresponds with 23 colleges. That means that all you have to fill out is this app once, and you could send it to all 23 schools if you wanted. The school I have selected is Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Before you can start that application, you have to make an account with the CSU website. I will be starting this video from being signed into my account. Well, let's get started, guys. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to do a CSU application. So first thing, you're going to go to Google, type in CSU Mentor, you search that, and then the CSU Mentor home page will pop up, and then I'm going to log in to my account, which I already have. If you don't have an account, you can create one. It isn't too hard to make one. So I'm going to log on, type in my username and my password. Alright, and then once you're there, you're going to click Apply, and then you're going to click Undergraduate Admission Applications. Alright, and then it's going to ask you when you want to apply, fall, winter, spring, 2015. And then I'm going to click fall, and then I've already created an app, so I'm going to resume that application, but if not, you can choose it, start over. And then it's going to open this, and then I'm going to go on my enrollment information. It's going to ask when I'm applying, fall quarter 2015, my major, aerospace engineering, alternate major, mechanical engineering, then the Bachelor of Science that I want, and then it'll ask you how many units you're starting with, or you'll be applying with, and then if you've ever applied before, and then that's all you need for that page. You're going to save and continue, and then this is going to ask you all your personal information, which I've already typed in. It's going to ask your last name, first name, your middle initial, if you have a suffix, if you go by any other names on any information. Then it's going to ask your current mailing address, and then it's going to ask your permanent address, and you can make it the same, and I'll just type it all in. Then you're going to type in your telephone, your cell phone, your email. Alright, then we'll go on the next step. Then it's ask all your personal information, your social security. It's going to ask your SSID if you've ever been to a CSU before, which I haven't, so we don't need to worry about that. And then your date of birth, then if you're ever a foster child, and then it's going to ask you where you were born, what state, where in the U.S., where is your citizenship at, and then it's going to ask where do you live in California, which I say San Diego, and then what state, and then the country, and then it's going to ask all about your parents. So my dad went to 4-year, my mom, she did some college, so I click that, and then it's going to ask your estimated total family income 2014. Then it's going to ask how many people are under your household, 3. And then if you're independent student, you fill out all that. And then it's going to ask you how many, if you want to play sports in college, if so, which one. I clicked water polo. Pretty self-explanatory. And then this is going to ask you residency information. It's going to ask, you're going to put California, where you live, what state, and then if you've ever lived outside of California, you're going to put all that. And then we're good on that page. Save and continue. And then it's going to ask all your demographic information, what you claim is your ethnicity, and I only claim white. And then it'll ask you what kind of white, European. It'll ask you all the subcategories, and then you just answer that, and then it asks you what you pertain to or what your main ethnicity is. Then it asks you your sex, so you're going to fill that, male or female, and then it asks you your military information. So I've never been in the military, so I'm going to say no. Then it's going to ask all about your parents, first name, middle name, last name, where they live. Go ahead and fill all that out. And then this is going to ask all about your high school, but since we're not applying from high school, all we have to do is just say which high school we went to and when we went to that high school. And then, so how you do that is you're going to just click Edit. Alright, Edit, and then you can choose your high school from there. It'll ask you where. And then this is all SAT, ACT stuff we don't have to worry about since we're not applying from college. Then this is college information. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to choose your college. I chose San Diego Mesa College. Do that. You hit Edit. You type in when you've attended. It asks you what college you attended, how many units you completed, how many units you attempted. Then it's asks you your GPA. I did that wrong. Got to fix that. It's going to ask what degree you're seeking. From there, I didn't seek one. Then if you're a resident. All right, so you got all that. And then you're going to scroll down. It'll, again, ask you your GPA, if you've ever went to another college, if you're a registered nurse. It's going to ask if you did a Associates of Arts degree, which I didn't. And then it's going to ask you about the dual admissions program. I didn't do that, so I'm going to skip that. And then it's going to ask you about all the classes that you've ever taken. So the way you do that is you're going to click Edit, or you're going to add a new in-progress course, and it's going to say where you took that, which term you took it. So I'm going to say took that class in fall, and then which year you took it. And then you're going to get a list of all the courses that Mesa offers. So I'm going to do sign-to-voice interpreting. Let's say I took that class. It's going to ask how many units that was, what term I took it, and then you're just going to click Add Course. So you're going to do that for all the classes you plan to take, you've taken. So you can do that for all of them. And it'll also ask you what your grade was if you've already done the class. Alright, and then it's going to ask if you're applying for equal opportunities, which I did. And then it's going to ask if you did equal opportunity at Mesa, which I did. So you can click that. And then it's going to ask if you want to do a fee waiver, which I don't want to at this time, so we'll skip that. And then it's going to ask about your work schedule, how many hours per week you work. And so 11 to 15, and then if 25% of that is related to your major, no. And then it's going to ask if you do any community service, which I don't, or which I do for my job. Then it's going to ask if you're a leadership position at that work, which I am because I coach youth water polo. Then it's going to ask all the classes you've ever taken for certain things. So it'll ask you for English, critical thinking, and you're going to do that for each little subcategory. You're just going to add a new course, and it'll be the same thing. You're going to click which grade you earned, how many units, and then you're going to do the term type. And then you just click Add Course, and you'd be good. You can do that for all these classes. And it'll tell you what they want. Physics, chemistry, and all these are math related because that's my major. So it'll change for your major, but it looks all like this. You got to add all these classes, which I added a good amount of them so far. And then it'll have you at the very end, it's going to have you check over all the information you put in. And then as soon as you check that over, make sure it's all right, all the classes, all the grades, you're going to submit your application. Alright guys, I just walked you through an entire college application. Not as bad as you thought, huh? There's a few things you will need before you can complete this application on your own. These items are your current college transcripts, which you can acquire online through Reggie. Your social security number, your basic personal information, and some patience. Now that you've done all this, hop out there and fill out a college application.